Riot, please, wake up! The Odin, it's destroying Lotus, and it's making tier 1 matches unbearable to watch. How many videos do I need to make about this busted-ass machine gun before you guys do something? In this match, NRG bought not 1, but 2 Odins for most of this 11-1 slaughter. And with every second each round went on, Sentinels were constantly chipped away until they were reduced to dust. But wait, hold on. Is the Odin actually that broken? I mean, how come NRG are the only ones abusing it? Well, just like Yoo-Hoo, no one took the time to master its ways. When the rest of the league finally catches up and learns how to tame this beast, Valorant will die. One thing that I think we didn't see enough at Champs was the Odin. I mean, the walls of Corrode are so paper thin and ugly. I bet they'd look a lot nicer with some displayed metal posters. Compared to paper or canvas prints, these displays are made out of stainless steel, with over 2 million artworks available from new, original, or officially licensed designs. Displayed has posters for anyone. Recently, they've released and given me a ton of Valorant themed ones, so now you can show off your main or some badass art loud and proud. Oh, but Teets, my mom will kill me if I put holes in the wall. Well, you don't need to. These displays are tool-free, safe for your house, and can be mounted in seconds. Each display comes with a magnet kit, so everything you need comes in the box. Zero drilling. You can also swap your displays at any time. Just take off your metal poster and slap another one on the same magnet. It's so easy that even Furia players can do it. Displayed also offers fast delivery, meaning that your new shiny poster should arrive in about 4 to 5 business days, which is plenty of time to figure out how you want to arrange them. So if you want some sick new Valorant posters for your room that'll last a lifetime and won't damage your walls, then click my link in the description to grab an exclusive discount, or shop with my code TEETS to get up to 38% off. NRG won pistol, the anti-eco, and stole SEN's first full buy. Now normally, I'd briefly recap why or how that happened, but the Odin has been pissing me off so much recently that I just need to start talking about it. I don't know what's going through the brains of Riot's devs, but how come every fucking map has specific walls that are just made out of pudding? Like, is this a joke? Does someone over at Riot find this funny? And some maps are way worse than others. SEN used to be really bad, and still kinda is. Road is horrible. But Lotus is where the Odin infestation is worst. Throughout this game, you're going to see NRG rip this weapon through every wall possible, including ones you never imagined were penetrable. In their 1-2-2, they understand that SEN are an eco, so fighting up on rubble isn't that necessary since they have the weapon advantage. I mean, why risk losing them? But with the Odin, you can still fight for this space and be completely safe. What you're about to witness combat SEN's Deathball is called map design. The round starts, so does Sam's Odin, and Bang is instantly down to half HP. Wow, I bet that was fun. Pile on a high haunt from B and paint shells, and none of SEN feels safe to move anywhere. All Sam had to do was line his Odin up against the bio barrier like this, into the middle of this square, and there you go. Insta-kills. Now the shooting subsides for a minute, allowing the offense to move through the choke point, but Sam opens the door and goes back at it. Wait, tearing into rubble? Wait, how is that fair? The most important part of the map can be shot through? Okay, pause. So I did some testing, and it just looks like you can spam through rubble at the right angle. Kinda weird. Now, to avoid being railed through the door, Bang moves up to the orb, dies, and Zelsis has been spammed to 10 HP. Sam's doing all of this damage without even seeing anyone. I mean, how is having a spam angle into the opposition's buy barrier fair? Now, I think Sam got spam back because he's 5 HP, but with Ethan spotting his cross, he doesn't have to do anything except spam off his vision. And he better be ready because Scuba has a flank coming after seeing nothing all round. But SEN are backing out to avoid the Odin. Can Scuba get 3?
Masterful fade on this map. Scuba loves to take timings out of C for the big flanks, by the way.
That rifle's a win condition for SEN, but time is running low. As Zekin is backpedaling to grab the Phantom, SEN have to ask themselves, do they continue into the Odin or retreat into Vice's utility? With only 30 seconds left, Sam's left assuming that it's so quiet because he scared the attackers away from A. But it's SEN's only option since it's all the map control they have left.
And on A, they do like to fight for rubble, but running into Odins I think is going to be a problem for them.
The timing on Ethan's util defensively on this map is just always so consistent. Again, just perfect moment for the haunt, gets 2 pings. I mean, look, SEN were pretty much down and out in this round already, but it's a little moment like that, a little util piece like that, that is just the inevitable nail in the coffin.
Yeah, SEN don't want to deal with this, so they're going C this round and are leaving Viper to eat a bunch of bullets on A. But that's the nice thing about running 2 Odins on this map. The attackers will always run into one of them. Root, A main, B main, from C through this door, the list goes on, and SENs aren't safe just by going C. Round 5 begins, and as soon as the offense Prowler mound, Brock tears through this wall, but has to fall after landing no chip damage. If you want to destroy someone from this angle safely, aim it like this instead. You'll destroy people. Now because John's over on A, creating pressure with his smoke, and taking a bit of damage, he feels like SEN should have the green light to go C. Once he finally gets over here. Okay, now it's time.
Towards C, the brick wall of Scuba and Brock.
This is a really standard SEN look, but Tekken actually paths in the direction of Waterfall instead, but
the 3-stack was here. And now after getting beat back, the offense turn and open the door, which drags rotates that way. But A's been left open. If SEN goes C or B, NRG will be there to stop them. So the attackers decide to cut noise and slowly rotate back to A, and because it's been quiet, NRG feel like SEN are coming back this way. Scuba raises a toxic screen for his team to walk back out, and for one of the Odins to get back into its nest. NRG have the read and feel safe with Brock's flash and shear still up to stack A. But hold on, there's about 30 seconds left. C and B are quiet, there's 3 teammates on A, and SEN's wall is up. Why not just start holding left click?
Well,
Scuba just spotted out.
yeah, bang damage. Look at the damage.
Narrate chunk down. Ethan loses out over towards the B side of the map. Still a chance for a double back there for Scuba. He can reinforce, and now it's just spam. SEN do not get
Oh, I forgot to mention, Scuba's toxic screen weakens attackers who push through it so that Sam can pile on even more damage. Despite being headshot, Narrate only had 47 HP, Bang has been torn to shreds, and with about 10 seconds left, SEN barely get the plan off. But down 4 to 2.5, the offense have to make a play and even out the odds.
Blind close ceiling.
Blind close ceiling. Flashing now.
Okay, all 3 spotted, boys. Wait for me now, wait for me now.
Hold.
Shot. One pet.
Right,
Ready?
look across at him.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, going.
Close him back. 60.
Come down.
This gun is beyond stupid. Zelsis actually could have died through this wall, Sam spammed through this piece of heaven, when actually all of this is made out of paper. And because no one knew where John was, Brock was blasting through this wall with the boxes, which is mostly spammable. And then Bang barely got to shoot back. How is this gun in a tactical shooter? Tac shooter. Tac shooter. What is so tactical about this oversized bullet hose? Now, there's one counter to this Odin spam that works really well, which I'll talk about in a second. But first, a Sentinel's timeout to plug up the holes in their attack. Guys, I got it! To beat the Odin, you need to... Oh, okay, you need to... Would you stop? Where was I? Okay. Coming out of their timeout, SEN have realized that A and C's walls are paper thin. So in order to default mound, they want to loop through B main, open the door, and take it that way to dodge the bullets altogether. And now, that's not a horrible idea, but it's not great either. See, the best way to beat Odin spam is with Odin spam. Yeah, that's literally the only way, unless I guess you jumped past the bullets. But think about it, how are you supposed to kill someone who can shoot you, but you can't shoot back? By following the spammer's tracers, you can usually land a ton of damage and force them back, or get a free kill. We saw this on the SEN all the time before it got patched. But if you start countering an Odin with an Odin, matches start to look like this. Is this really what people want to watch? No. So how do we nerf this thing? Just lower the fire rate. I mean, look at how fast this thing unloads its mag. It is ridiculous. Well, whatever. Let's see if SEN's loop-to-loop around mound default works against these machine guns. Round 6 begins with a trade of smokes to claim their own bits of the map, but Bang sends an extra dark cover to block B main, and a Vice Flash for any leaker outers.
Make things very easy.
Broctagon?
Oh, and perfect timing on spam. Zelsis is down to 20. Feels like he's damn near out of the round already.
Truly an intuition.
Dude! Every round is set up to play Russian roulette to see who gets put down to 1 HP. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No sight is safe from this gun. And now SEN have B and C, but it cost them all of Zelsis' health. And back on A, the defense have it with Sam jump spotting this line. But instead of backtracking to get him off, SEN pressure C harder with a smoke for waterfall, fake TP into C's, which baits out Mata's paint shells. And now in response to losing C, Ethan rips a Prowler to clear B, which gets shot from spawn. So, if the defense stopped the attack on C and shot a Prowler from far back, there's a solid chance that SEN come back to A. With this info, Sam preps his paranoia.
Been retaining this forward position towards Rubble the entire round. More spam, more damage, more delay with the paranoia. I mean, this is miserable,
There's
man.
got to be a setup here as well. Something that's not just raw contact from Sen. In they come.
Look at the damage! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! And now with no other map control, the offense have to punch it into A, but there's a fat-ass Viper Cloud here. NRG's plan was to have the Odin chip away as much damage as possible and retreat so that the attackers really can't go into the Viper ult. And the way he got this damage was kind of genius. By having his paranoia prepped to cover this lane, he could unleash it at a moment's notice and force the attackers to take cover behind this spammable wall. They take a bunch of damage, get unblinded, but can't kill Omen because he can escape with 2 teleports. Unlucky for him, the Hunt scanned him through the toxic screen. But now Sen don't have the HP to go through. So all the attackers make their way in a tree and prepare their ults to push through this mess. This just isn't enough space to win a post plant.
You can come out heaven.
I'm flooding as soon as I get there. I'm flooding as soon as I get there.
Hold my backside, Brock. Hold my backside.
Try. I'm smoked, I'm smoked. I'll pick up your backside soon. I'm gonna hold here. Wall it, scoop, wall it. Heaven.
Drop.
One enemy remaining.
Tree.
Okay, tree.
Down A.
Hit for 30.
Lying tree. He's stuck in tree, boys.
Wait.
Push, I'm gonna spam. Ready? 3, 2. Oh, he's already 1 HP.
If Sen couldn't clear this Viper's Pit, they were going to lose. John QT tried to push through, but was 1 HP and died to one of the pellets. I wonder why he was so low going into this ult. NRG's Odins bullied Sen onto a save, but it was here where they demonstrated another one of the Odin's counters, hitting headshots. And now if it's spamming you through the wall, this tip won't help you. But if you're swinging into this LMG and keep dying, it's because you can't aim, you shit-cans. The Odin needs 2 shots to the head in order to kill, but the Sheriff doesn't. So after landing this sick headshot, Bang died through this wall in his lurk, but Sen had sight. Then they locked out the round with John QT's pit. The Odins tried finding spams, but couldn't move forward without inhaling this toxic gas and dying.
NRG are going to have to commit a little bit more to have a defuse opportunity here. In goes Marta out straight away as Narrate cleans him up with a classic. Brock only able to find a little bit there, and NRG staved off the site. The Viper's Pit, too much to overcome. Consolation there for Ethan as Sen finally get another on the board.
Now, not only did Sen find their first round win, but have also discovered the counter to this thing in tree, buying their own Odin. And with all 5 players salivating to run some over, NRG's 3-stack is in for a rude awakening.
Going over to the op, by the way. Oh, that taste of his own medicine.
Yep, Narrate got the Odin in his hands, and it works both ways.
Well, how far are we pushing up with the op there? That is madness from Marta.
They're going face sniping. That was...
After spamming the same spot 7 rounds in a row, Sen finally hit back. But that play Marta made was really clean. Imagine he got out. But behind Omen's TP, Vice's flash, and Fade's haunt, the offense are out and up a player. Stranded by himself, Ethan has no choice but to duck into secret after being flushed out by a Prowler and chased by a Thorns, but now Odin King Brock is here to help. He's firing shots through this wall, but can't land any. Not yet.
For you, this time Brock trying to catch Sen as they cross. That's a lot of damage, man!
Scuba's trying to rotate really fast over towards A as well. You can see he's already...
Brock recognized that when Sen opened this door, it would take a couple seconds before the offense funneled through. And he timed his spam just right. Look at the before and after. This Odin has not only evened the odds, but has bought Scuba time to get on the site and contest Sentinels.
Planting.
Yeah, they're ahead of this. I don't know if Sen realizes how fast they are, and Scuba cleans them up. What a transfer. And Zelsis is up close on the site with nothing but an op to work with. He'll get double swung, and Ethan...
This gun is getting out of hand, so Sentinels are calling their second timeout on their own map pick. I hate this fucking game. So what did Sen talk about in their timeout? Nothing. I already looked ahead to see what their adjustments next round would be because they're saving this one. Teams don't usually show their hand until they have the tools to pull it off, but it doesn't look like Sen are going to do anything different. This team must be completely flabbergasted by this machine gun. And in NRG's 1-1-3, they've picked up Sen's op and are having Mata use it against them. Their plan is to hope that this Odin can distract Sen's 4-person push enough so that they walk into the open and die.
Any value on account of the defensive utility just stopping him. Oh my god, Mata up top.
Zekin thought he could satchel past the Odin fire behind his team C's, still took damage, and was distracted by Ethan's haunt. He never expected this op. Already down a player, Bang picks up the Vandal for a turn, but his team's already gone. Why would they want to deal with Sam, who's just spinning around a tree, spewing bullets all over the place? Their actual play is to leave the rifle here, create pressure elsewhere, and hope Bang can catch someone rotating or something. So as Zelsis makes his way through B main, Narrate and John start peeking into Mound. They slowly creep up, but the map's been too quiet. The defense need info, so Ethan lobs his haunt behind rubble.
But he has to wager his health in order to do it. That's a nice opening here for Bang.
That's the equalizer. Satisfied with his kill, Bang teleports out to avoid further Odin damage. And with the commotion made on A, Narrate feels comfortable to jump and try to bait out Brock's wall. But the smoke clouds his vision and the Odin forces him back. But SEN feel like they can overwhelm this LMG if they can find out exactly where he's playing.
You're in rounds, teleport in for the information on Brock, and well, that haunt is definitely going to give the information. He's Ben, guys, for sure.
Sentinels don't feel safe pushing into the spam, and since they never baited out this wall thanks to Brock's Odin, they have to go B. The switch gets flipped, and Brock's ripping shots behind them as they go. The offense make it through unscathed, but Brock activates his Razor Vine, and there's only 15 seconds left. Now what does SEN do?
Means that SEN cannot accelerate into this B side of the map, and that smoke's going to expire.
Now just down to 15 seconds. Ethan still has a C's that can be thrown here as well when they're going in through main. Yeah, and there's a caught, and what a shot.
Comfortable spike transfer. John is hit by that paranoia. He can't explode through the wall either, so he waits for the fight to come to him. But that's it. That's all she wrote. 2 rifles out of the round is all Sentinels can hope for, but they fall further and further behind this NRG.
Similar to last round, NRG have another bait setup in their 2-1-2, while SEN must love being pounded by this Odin on A, because in their 3-0-2, they're starting here again. Maybe they're masochists. Because as the round starts, Bang instantly goes down to 46 health. And then John gets chipped too. I mean, why even bother fighting for rubble if you can just do this every round? You don't even need to use utility. The spam should be enough to scare the offense away. In the meantime, the attackers have taken Mountain behind a smoke, flash, satchel, and prowler. Zekin's finger slips, and then grabs the last orb needed for his showstopper. But do they keep going into C? Ethan's haunt has cleared out any question marks behind rubble, so Mata's on high alert. And look at Scuba's positioning. When Mata shoots, he's gonna blast back away, and the offense are gonna swing further to trade, but won't expect Scuba in an off angle. So how do SEN deal with this setup?
It is unbelievably frustrating to just be taking this damage every single round before you can even see an enemy, before you get to play Valorant.
Mata barely missed, and SEN didn't swing deep enough to see Scuba, but they feel like they've created enough pressure to drag rotates off of A. So the attackers depart, but leave Vice and Viper on C and B to hold the offense there or catch lurks later. SEN slide through A main and into root behind their wall, haunt to clear close, move up, smoke stairs, and Zekin hits the switch, which baits out Sam's paranoia. Without anyone watching his right, or left, I think, he can't spam safely in tree without the fear of being wrapped. So he's on site, while Ethan leaks back out of secret and slots in behind their toxic screen that SEN just cleared out with their haunt. And now as the offense funnel into tree, do they clear him?
Yet you can see Sam is trying to get over to assist.
For now, he will remain in this little pocket dimension, but that wall's going to come down, and John QT's back is going to be turned. It's an easy pick for Ethan.
Nope. And now SEN are screwed. They were so focused on this Odin that now they have zero space to have a proper post plan. SEN's success this round now depends on Zelsis protecting their behind. Narrate goes for the plant, while the Odin backs off to get into prime position for his team to retake heaven. Through this wall, Brock's blasting Zekin in the face while he's waiting for his team to come and retake. But what does Zekin do? He has to either push into Zekin's op, fall back into sight where NRG are going to retake, or die to spam.
I got tethered, guys.
Root it.
I'm tethered.
Just go, no, go
Take
stairs,
me,
go
take
stairs,
me.
go stairs.
Go stairs, go stairs. I'm just gonna open door.
Smoking tree.
Side peeking. Default, low.
Go together, guys.
I have her
I'm
default, I have her
going
default.
Gary.
I have her default.
What might be backside?
Player
Could be
standing.
pit, could be pit.
Tree, on the right. Are we gonna get
Adam
bumped?
defuse,
Wait,
Adam defuse.
you should have just seen
On the following round, both races had this sick rocket launcher anime battle on B.
My god, that is so dangerous. Mata can't hit that shot. Would have required a crazy reaction.
Crazy indeed. Oh, he misses the showstopper, though.
The attackers ended up going C, where Scuba heard Bang teleport in, but just didn't clear underneath him. Now, despite sight being empty, the Odin Master was here with his trusting companion, but none of his bolts connected. Fun fact, if you line up your crosshair like this with a wall, move over, and shoot, you'll kill anyone that's on this ramp. But both Odins died to the kryptonite, which brings us to the final round of the half. While the match doesn't seem close, SEN still have a solid chance if they can make this 9-3 and win the following pistol. Riot showed us the stats. In order to win this round, SEN have brought back the only solution to the spam that's worked all game. Their own Odin. And they're slamming A with 4 and are leaving Vice as their lurk. But NRG? They're taking rubble for the first time this match. The final round begins with a season of paint shells while the offense are firing back at Sam. SEN and again are too focused on NRG's Odin, so Mata moves up.
A while from NRG, Mata is pushed up so far off the back, and teleport across from Bang into the dark cover, and he just doesn't expect it.
An instant 1-for-1, but Ethan's going to spray down through that Viper's wall. And a second picked up.
Instead of spamming inside tree, Sam hit the switch and started unloading his mag into this wall, expecting that the offense would take shelter in here, trying to dodge the C's nade combo. But this spam also acted as the perfect distraction for Mata to use the attacker's smoke they've been doing all game against them as cover. He got close and formed an unbreakable crossfire with Ethan, who off Sam's flash, forced the attackers back from where they came. And now down 4 versus 2? Where do SEN head? Well, after seeing 3 on A, it's gotta be C. So they scoop up the spike and dart that way. Right into scoop is Outlaw, but Zelsus turns on his aimbot and sits him down. But just to make sure any defenders here in time are defenseless, Zelsus activates his Steel Garden, pauses, and crosses the shear at the same time as John. To ensure a safe plant, Zelsus Razorvine's Waterfall, but Brock can spam from this distance. Now, not wanting to risk a player advantage, he keeps it safe by only bursting his bullets, while the rest of his team comes through door. But this plant has given John his ult. He spreads out his Viper's Pit in response to Ethan's Nightfall. Can Fade's ult somehow guide the bullet hose onto Viper's face?
Okay.
One king and one ult. Ben, last guy. Like top side Ben. Top side Ben.
Walk me. Yep.
Nice, guys. Holy bro, Zelsus hitting shots.
Now, normally on this channel, I only cover one half of games because my breakdowns are pretty detailed, long, and I want to go cover other interesting matches. So consider this round bonus content. Here, we're going to address some horrible solutions that I predict some of you guys might have in the comments and see some more of this, because this is what you want to see when watching professional Valorant, right guys? Both teams were on a full buy, and last round, Sam used this Odin lineup to help his team scale out of A main. These bullets would prevent anyone from pushing up to Rubble without taking a ton of damage, or at least being slowed down, and SEN noticed. So here, they have an Odin of their own aimed right at Brock's head. As soon as the barriers drop, NRG start unloading the Odin into this wall, and Narrate hits back. Entertained yet? Despite having half of Brock's HP wiped, the attackers confidently move through A main behind Sam's shrouded step. But if you look at Mound, it was never SEN's plan to fight A, just do a ton of chip damage, which is what they've done. So John raises a toxic screen and helps Second clear front B, granting the defense 2/3 of the map. Back on A, Narrate has used this info to make the educated guess that the offense are A. So he's tearing through this door, tearing Ethan up, so Brock starts firing back with his Odin from root. A tier 1 Valorant, by the way. Woohoo! Sam's tapped the switch too, and is using the door as cover to blast his own pot shots through these smokes. Both teams are just blindly firing at each other, and this is horrible to watch. Look at the map, and you'll see that NRG have thrown in the towel and are headed back to B, while Sam hits the switch one last time to keep the defense anchored. But as he leaves, just look at their HP. This is stupid. Now, NRG's plan is to end A, but want to apply pressure B first? And not that great since you can pivot between the two relatively quickly. Anyway, Ethan sounds out a Prowler, Mata sticks around for a second before tossing on his boombot and turning back to return to his team. But these little guys haven't done much. The 3-stack is still on A. So as the offense make their way back towards Sam, they flip up their wall to leak out, and the defense start leaving. The silence is making SEN think NRG left.
And still towards this A site. Narrate can't get anything accomplished though against Sam. SEN are trying to get in there to back up Bank, and they do it in time.
Yes, from up, there's going to be a couple of Sentinels players in position, but the smoke is there. So for now, yep, they're going to be isolated on the site. Zeken had the drop down of
NRG made a ton of pressure by getting this kill in tree, and Mata flying out to get his on site. But after being stalled by Raze's nade, the offense knew most of SEN had to be here. I mean, they didn't really pressure C, so they've left and are heading into secret.
for NRG. Now they're going to make the pivot, but Zelsus stands in their way, and Som falls flat. And Zelsus gets away from this spam coming his way. Little swing might find him something, but he's caught inside the season. Brock.
Is attack shooter really attack shooter if you can't shoot back at your enemy? And now, besides using another Odin, I suppose you could run Sage or Skye for their heals, or maybe just buy constant regen shields? But do we really want to center our buys or team comps around one broken weapon? And those solutions suck anyways. Whatever, with 20 seconds left, NRG have an open B site, Ethan plants in pit, and the attackers know the remaining defenders have to retake through secret, or take 3 years coming from somewhere else. So, you guys tell me, if you're John or Bang, how are you supposed to beat this?
Up, Bang healthy, but a high-low setup unravels him, and he's going alone! There's no backup at all! Straight into the jaws of a trap that NRG had laid in wait.
Now John jumping up, but he's caught between so many different players. Scuba just biting his main Brock, just spamming away. Oh my god, man.
Which cardinal point would you like to be shot by? Brock steps up. And that at least confirms that John wasn't on the spike. Eventually Scuba will come for him, 12-4.
Hey guys, this Odin spam has been going on for ages. And it might have been worse than this video I just put on screen. Watch it and explain to me why Riot hasn't stepped in yet.